These are the best highlights from all the matches of the day during the 2024 LPL Summer Split.
So much damage that as long as...
With way less XP and resources, when I was doing some of the Amir Mass stuff, a lot of my top lane analysts were not pleased by lane spots. Pick up, you think?
Wink might get dove here. The tower's very low HP. Milky Way's here, doesn't have level 6. What can Wink do?
Top lane, bot lane's where all the action is, and yep, that's a dead Sejuani flame roasted pig for first blood.
And the constellation was dimmed a little bit in the last time out, but Milky Way, actually that's a galaxy, not a constellation. I feel like the big thing I mention at every cast, because this is a hallmark of the way that teams are playing the meta right now, is that if you give up 2 dragons, the game changes quite a lot. I think that it's even more important in some ways than getting the 3 dragons, because between the second and they're not at threat of giving a soul point over, they're not at a threat of something like that, and they can get some gold and some tower damage done and get Care or the new over to a better individual state. The fact that they have 2 dragons really helps them as it goes later into the game.
Could prove to be a significant difference, especially when he said finding the engages for FPX might not be the easiest, so forcing people to have to come into them could be valuable, though a pick like that might prove me a slight bit wrong, but a phenomenal play from Milky Way. Slickest combo I've seen on Elise in a little while, makes that the 1-for-1.
But the thing is, Milky Way gets the best engage, but it doesn't matter if EDG are the ones coming into them. EDG are going to leave this for now. Wink does have himself an ultimate up in 5 seconds. They could fight around that.
Thinking about it, Wink is going to be here. 3 seconds on that cooldown. The root back throws a huge amount of damage onto Wink and has to Arctic all the way, but Crying now on in. Herald taken. The cleanse might be forced to talk down. Flash over the wall, but solo kill's already there. Dead. Burning down now is solo kill, who gets the Hextech ultimate out. Milky Way very low. Healed up with the Eclipse. Can't quite get enough. Sustained to keep up going though, and the CC chain from EDG proves too much to manage.
And I really think that Dogdown being caught out was so... That's important. Again, Corki, very well scaled. It's not going to be the lethality Corki, it's going to be the Infinity Edge, very likely coming up next. Have the Cull as well, which is helping in terms of that individual gold. New has second tier ultimate, doesn't really want to get 1v2'd here. He's alone on this side of the map, might have to ult early.
This Death's Grasp throws down the Death Realm onto solo kill. We'll look for an Obliterate, finds it, and the damage back with the Darkness Rising is pretty huge. That Bird of the Indestructible, monstrous to manage. But the Hextech Ultimatum and then the combo from Leave, well comboed to ensure the Tyrant of Noxus finally falls.
Yeah, you can see the solo kill avoids the last Q with the ult. Milky Way once again just fishing with that Q. The Dragon's going over. Wink finds a knock up onto Milky Way. Can they find an engage afterwards? No. Solo kill on the flank, but spotted.
Down to 7,000 HP is the Dragon, and falling still. FPX struggling to find a way into the river. They finally find engage. Crying taken pretty low, but Milky Way with the spiraling despair is just deleted. Cannot enter the river. The new in the 1v1 losing to solo kill. Gets an indestructible down, but it matters not. Solo kill gets one of his namesake.
And FPX can't find the engage. They can't find the pick, and they can't find the damage. Solo kill, he's going to get out for free. Just about, and it feels like EDG might have just found the fight which finally seals this game. It's been a bit of a slow burn with both mid lane turrets surviving so long. FPX, I think at this point, they look at that Dragon and go, damn, maybe we should have just given up another one and tried to get that mid lane out of turret. They kind of overcommit to a fight that they can't see off. EDG, they're going to get themselves that Baron, they're going to get themselves onto that soul point as well, or rather they already have.
Your range to do the other. Yeah, you at this point, you've got enough souls to make it a sting.
So what you're saying is that if it's not doing damage, it's a skill issue. Incredible. Milky Way. Let's see if he's got himself any ability to cause some issues on the other side, but Wink goes first.
Ooh, the damage onto Dogdam takes it down about 20% HP. Milky Way looking to get the back line. The Equalizer comes down, but it's not that high value. Wink steps forward. The damage back pretty good, in fairness, but no one is dead on the side of EDG quite yet.
No, JJ has no flash. This could be a bit of an issue for him.
JJ gets pulled back, does not get taken out because he's in the Death Realm, so needs to start running away. Flash for the Obliterate, gets the kill. Solo kill will land the hook shot into the Hextech Ultimatum to delete the Mordekaiser, who is definitely living up to the death part of his name. Another turret falls all the while, though, so inhibitor number 2 exposed. And kill back, yes, but EDG just teleport back in, double teleport back in. They're ready to keep going.
You're using the teleports. This is a pit stop. They're going to put themselves on a fresh set of tires, a fresh set of health and mana, and with the new and life only just
no.
That should be game.
That's exactly it. A tactical sweep, and Varus has no more legs. Solo kill! Alongside Leave just do filthy amounts of damage, and EDG One final fight around the mid lane breaks everything FPX had going for them. It was fragile enough after the early game didn't work out. And the upset number one comes on.
Freddie wants you to I am Cologne back in 2014 at the end of the year. I remember watching that live, and it was an Azir top lane game. That was a lot of his individual carry top lanes can make a lot of difference, and a level 1 immediately.
The Jiaoyos begin. Oh, and he got the recall off. That's
stage show of the avatar, and they have like Toph as like a muscle woman, and it's like I'm tough because it sounds like tough. It's like that. Jejo's trying to cosplay one of those strongmen right now and carry through this bot side. Here comes TF.
They're gonna get the ult down. Solo kills here. Solid cleanse from Dogdam. Still will not be able to get far enough away, you imagine. Despite a solid Captain Jack, the ship goes down with the captain. Life now might be facing death. Gets ignited. The Chains of Corruption lands, and he goes down.
He does go down. Solo kill doesn't get gold from that one. It is very important that Dogdam and Life are now put behind the game, and that you have this poke Varus that's going to be able to kind of...
We said has been a pretty tricky position on the team with everything else happening. Zhezhe, Milky Way about to start contesting some Raptors. Everybody's around. It's going to be another 3v3 around the Raptors. Life just about alive for a second or two, but the turnaround time is pretty huge. Spiraling Spare means Crying goes down. It's a 1-for-1, but Milky Way can shuffle on forwards. Get some more Sand Soldiers down, but cannot get that much more damage. Shallow, who takes the opportunity to jump forwards. Big damage onto Solo Kill.
And once again, the fight isn't happening at top lane, so top...
Down 2 levels as well, but over towards Grub's number 2 we go. Zhezhe is starting that up. He's got 2 kills of his own, so this might be a point where the
EDG needs to stop this. EDG need to stop the Grub stacking. They get 1, which will stop the 6 stacks, but they can't stop 4, and I doubt they can stop 5 either, particularly with Care. Oh, he's caught out.
That's a fair amount of damage. The Chains of Corruption flash in for the Shattering Strike, and Care is dead. Did not take enough Care. Kick onto 2, trying to get some more damage. Flash out, and they'll try and play this one out as best they can. 4 Grubs for FPX, but they lose 2 members for it. A phenomenal pick there. Puts FPX in a difficult position.
Terrible positioning from Care. The mid laner from FPX stands against the wall, and it's just a lineup to get... Herald's coming through. This time EDG will not be able to stop hitting that tower.
Towards the tower we go. Last time the Herald got summoned by FPX, it went a little wrong. Slightly awkward positioning, but Crying's going to try and drive around. Solid teleport angle, theoretically.
Wing.
The engage afterwards. Good. Wing gets in. Double Shattering Strike. The shuffle afterwards is brutal. Crying going golden. Life about to fall down. Crying does get turned around, making it the 1-for-2 right now. The Shock Blast afterwards. Chunk EDG very low and Leave very low on HP. Solo Kill in danger. Dogdam desperately low.
And then Milky Way doesn't quite manage to get himself that reset. He gets that...
To be a front line this game.
They have Dogdam has the arrow, but EDG bully their way into the river. When's the CC going to land? When's the follow-up going to happen? Wink no flash, but still very, very potent if he lands that big combo.
Find out next on Dragon Fight 3. Wink avoids the arrow, but the damage back pretty huge. The Stone of lands on down. Dragon secured. Now EDG need to run away with their health bars looking pretty low. Now look at Chains of Corruption from Leave. He's been pretty damn accurate this game.
Dogdam
forward to give up quite a lot of dragons, and trading 1 dragon for the tier 1 mid that's been such a thorn in their side for 2 games now might be a worthy trade, honestly.
That's true. That's a good point. FX do have the dragon advantage. They are going to get mid lane out of turret. This is going to be a flank teleport from Crying. He has flash. Here comes the Emperor
Crying's
Shuriva.
in danger. Tries to make the angle blade. Misses. The flash from Shallow and puts Crying into an awful position. They snipe out the Leona to make it the 1-for-1, but Solo Kill only throws out a red card, and Wink is pretty low as well.
Here's Milky Way, has that reset, could have gone in for a shuffle, but this is not tanky. Solo Kill has the fire cannon, use that ghost. I think they're still going to go towards something like a Cyrilda's. He just says, look, screw it. There's no tank on the other side. He wants that spell shield. Spell shield's very easy to pop, though, from the side of EDG. You just press that Twist of Fate ultimate, it'll go. It might, in fact, happen here. That's exactly what's happened. No spell shield. Ult popped. Dead. Jace.
There's the ult in from Solo Kill. There's no real way out. No flash. And Shallow, who dies for the first time this game, and it might cost them Baron.
I think FPX have had a really poor showing of enabling the Jace that could win the game for them. EDG, they pull the ultimate, blow the spell shield with the first part of the Twist of Fate ult, and it's oh so easy. Milky Way, you might be looking for a roundabout way to get towards the Baron. No, he's looking for Krugs. FPX give up Baron after failing to support their top laner.
You could see Shallow
big moments. I really think that Life needs a good next fight too. He can find himself a good ping onto a good target, get himself onto someone like Solo Kill on the side of a fight. Someone like Leave is very hard to reach because of both the cleanse and, of course, everything else. But he's going now early, but he can't quite finish off that kill. Is he going to get kicked?
Oh, so much damage onto the Leona, who just about survives, but not for much longer. Leave again. Goes down, you can't see it, but I just watched Nymera's face go into his hands. So disappointing.
And it's Life that goes down to Leave. really feels like life. We asked him to stand up on the Leona, and he just can't do it. The knees buckle. Feels like the game might do with it. EDG, they were the underdogs, but FPX with some drama off the Rift have struggled to look coherent beyond some individual performances. It is 2 towers. And it's not going to be a fine movie for FPX. They are going to get themselves another dragon going against them, you have to imagine, afterwards.
Knockdown down to about a third, holding on, trying to heal up. Went for the bloodthirst a third, try and mitigate the poke. It's not going to change anything here. Dragon spawns, EDG wander on over, and FPX, their hopes and dreams are swiftly dwindling in this series.
I am so disappointed in FPX in the way that they played out the mid and late game. The early game was so good at the way that they played through, allowing Shallow who lane advantage.
Looking fine, and FPX just couldn't make it work. The team fighting the EDG have been pretty maligned for, you were saying, actually coming out significantly on top this series. JJ goes for the kick, and Milky Way's just down.
Milky Way has been shown up in this series by JJ. Shallow, who is alone against the world. And I'm sorry, his name's Shallow, who not Atlas. He can't hold this one up.
There's just nowhere to go but the grave. Another pick. JJ gets his 5th of the game.
I'm going to say it, man. I think that Milky Way had a fantastic performance in Spring. His summer in the first 2 series has been off. He has not been looking clean on a lot of his picks. The Lee Sin in game 1 had 1 good pick, but even then felt like he was struggling there. And on this Viego, he has been a little bit out of position. Docdam's going to Captain Jack, trying to run down solo kill.
Needs to be a bit afraid. He's forced to flash and ghost, so does get that out at least. And it's only the first death for Milky Way, but this Viego just hasn't gotten that much done. But then again, where are you getting the resets? No one's died. There's nothing for this Viego to steal.
That's always been the way to stop a Master Yi, a Katarina, or a Viego. You just don't die, and the souls can't come through for the Viego. Care chunked down yet again, and it feels like EDG, they have been really on the same page. I think that Cryan and Wink have picked to play in top-level pro play. You see that FPX have not been able to manage him so far.
So far, not yet, but Dragon's about, well, Baron's spawning in a minute, and they're looking for a pick. Solo kill on the flank. Wink down to about a third, though, and the damage back is still pretty good. Care again, though, on this Quay, just nowhere to go, and he is protein to build the muscles and damage. But they do finally get a reset. Maybe this could be the moment with Milky Way getting to steal the body. The kickback, Crying goes down, but gets a huge shuffle before he dies. Might make 1 back, make that 2 back as Jie murders a couple with the resets and the resonating strikes coming on down. This might be the 3rd. Docdam gets some damage back, beginning to trade pretty well, but there's so many ward hops. This Lee Sin just does not care for AD carries.
Life is all that FPX have left, and I don't think that'll last particularly long. They'll be going through the pearly gates to a 0-2 to Edward Gaming. The Doom Squad from Spring is no more. The Phoenix will have to find its own rebirth a little later as Edward Gaming take the series.
Thrown down to ashes, and EDG are the ones that emerge from them, not FPX. It is a solid series from them, and FPX. We wondered whether some of the
fire everything. One clip from that's the Star Trek movie.
It is,
right? Yeah,
yes.
the new. God, what a. I enjoyed the new Star Trek. No, they don't. But
come on,
you know the amount I go through. I hear that Captain Flowers goes through like 1 a game, but I'll. Gets himself a lot of skittles down here.
Oh, Shun flashing. Or rather, Birdle flashing away from Shun. Takes 1 tower shot, but it's not going to matter as Bim flashes on forwards.
That can control the flanks and the team fights of the game. This is not a good start for that. Shun, we also said, hey, we want him to be impacting the game early. It can be hard to do that as AP farmers. Getting a good gank early can help, but Alk and On currently have no jungle support for themselves. Need to be careful not to, as you see here, play away from Shun too aggressively.
We're pointing out as well, this is before anything like the magic resist could have been bought from Birdle. You are into double AP with the jungle plus lane combo. Bot lane engage comes on through from On. Xiaoye forced to flash away. Elk rooted goes down. Makes it the 1-for-1.
Okay, so at least it's the 1-for-1. Kills don't go to either AD carry, so no big monetary value there. Either need to see how On can hold this wave and do more and more so at MSI. Bin pops the ult to clear the next wave, and then Birdle actually now seeing that ult's gone. Happy to walk back up to this wave again, potentially force himself through to level 6. Shun is taking the grubs. So it means that Birdle kind of survives that phase of play in a way which maybe he didn't expect.
And if he can get a hold of the ultimate, it means he'll be able to theoretically clear another wave out as bot lane dive comes on through, and On just dies. Very clean stuff from LGD, who just layer the CC and the damage very well.
Shun ulting. Where's the ulting towards Jinzhou?
Not quite. There's a decent shield with the Eclipse, keeps him alive.
It's the heal that does it, actually. You can see that being burned by Xiaoye. Both the Eclipse and that by the extra HP. There's no teleport to go down here. And because Bin can't do anything topside, it's going to be 1 kill back.
Gets 1 back. The tower doing a fair amount of work to body block. Doesn't matter as Xiaoye gets the auto from out of tower range.
I really think that BLG, and particularly Bin, maybe missed up a little bit towards that top side, because the crossmat came in towards bot. Bin ulted and tried to get a CS advantage away from Birdle, but by using the ult to clear the wave, Birdle could walk up to that tower, survive that next phase of play, LGD cross map towards bot side, get a load of kills, and that's much better for them than it was for BLG.
Xiaoye has his back interrupted with the Ignite, and actually because it's the Ignite, won't be able to reset super easily. In fact, is there going to be a Hex Flash angle here? They could maybe look to kill here.
He can't stop the back, I don't think.
Oh, he can! And he gets the kill!
Oh, on out plays Xiaoye, even though LGD got themselves that great dive. You already see that he's up ahead, what, 4, 5 camps right now? It feels like BLG doing well there, and Birdle's getting shredded.
Takes a lot of damage. The E's missing as well. Those harpoons not coming on in, and now actually Birdle in a dangerous position. Tries to step on forwards, gets the overheat. The burn back is good, but it's just not enough, and Ben finds a solo kill. Your bin day is changing. It's to a Monday.
Ben has the level advantage, uses the extra stats, uses the ultimate. You know, I do I do this in my chill coasters. There's the 4-chord song which I do, which is Anyway, Here's Weaver's War, which is just all of the cool stuff. And this one, Anyway, is it a solo kill?
Anyway, here's the slicing Maelstrom. Birdle will flash and get a bit of speed, but bot lane, the curtains are called, and that's going to be so much damage onto Elk, who needs to get away. Fourth shot coming on through, dodged. Elk with the fanciest feet, but it means there's nowhere for him to go, and he still dies regardless.
3 kills on the way. Is this like Season 7 further a battle, Leone?
Ignore approves.
And Jinzhou murdering Elk once more. We did say that BLG's bot lane, they can fall apart a little bit when Shun is not constantly hovering their lane. We saw that at MSI. And it feels like Elk and On, they occasionally just miss the memo when Shun is not in their lane. This is a known quantity, and this is an issue now.
Shun on the other side will get towards the 6 scrubs, and when you've got the Kennen, who's already to a point where I don't think anyone's going to be able to match him in a side lane with the double kills and the early lead, maybe that'll be enough of a win condition. We didn't really see what happened bot lane to see the start of the curtains being called.
But
there's nowhere to go. We'll throw down an equalizer and try and clear out the way. The wall of pain comes down. There's a shattering strike and a Ferromancy crash down that brings down the rumble.
And it's 3 plates towards topside, even more of a gold advantage there. And Birdle, sadly for him, is going to have no resources to play this carry on, down almost 2,000 gold. Elk, however, on the other side of things, once again playing away from his jungler, once again going down 1 and 4.
Yeah, looks to try and put a ward down and immediately finds a Graves waiting. Yeah. Crime City, it's a racket in the bot lane.
This is one of the big issues with BLG. When Bin doesn't have... And it feels like now Birdle walking up towards topside, he might be able to get a return play. He doesn't have the ultimate just yet, though. Here comes Haichao.
Might be able to catch Shun here. Has a flash, but nowhere really to go. So we'll go down into those last rights, and Rumble donated a kill, and I think that might even have been...
Fleet footwork, so he'll be scaling up nicely, not impacting the game quite as early as Haichao. Now maybe it's time to return the favor. Bin, he might just solo kill here on top as well.
Haichao's going to go down towards the bot lane while Birdle's being run down. Shuriken's coming. Meteor nearly there in time, but not quite. Requiem after onto Haichao. Means that Talia goes down despite teleporting down there. That's a bit of a disaster moment for LGD, losing both sides of the aggressive play.
And this is one of the things about the Karthus. Ganks both sides of the map at once. Xiaoye, low HP, needs to be careful, but doesn't end up, sadly for him, landing the skills back on, which could put himself into a better position. BLG, they didn't have their jungle towards bot side, but they had an ult, and that gives themselves a good moment.
Try to clear out the wave on. Let's the shattering strike. No, it's just shy. The deadly flourish once again dodged away from On. Now potentially in danger as a solar flare lands. Another auto might do it. A 4th shot available, but they're just not going to get in range safely, especially with the arrow being available. Meteor was on the way down, but not in time, and not again. Xiaoye recalling. I don't know whether you could afford to do that there.
I think they would lose themselves 3 plates if that happened. But there are no notable holidays in October. Now is the time to get ready for Christmas.
Now is the Christmas time. You were a problem.
Sansa, for Christmas, I want to kill Birdle.
Why are you doing this? Well, he lights up the top lane like a Christmas tree with the equalizer, but Elk! Not like this, Elk! Jinzhou gets a hold of that one. That makes it a 4th kill for the Leona 4, 1 and 2 on the Woman of Sun.
Oh, gosh. Well, this champion is going to have a lot of gold. That's something. Now, I guess he really wanted that on the Jhin. Didn't get himself involved in that one night.
Nope.
The thing is though, BLG is still pushing it elsewhere. Teleport behind. Knight,
no
does he have it?
equalizer.
I don't know if Valkyrie's available either. Knight will have to flash out.
This is going to be a lot of damage onto Knight. He's not going to be allowed to be there. The Magna Storm buys some time, but not enough, and that kill is donated over to Xiaoye. And that's a sequence of very good plays from LGD.
Problem is it's going to do some damage. Dragon still up. BLG not immediately heading towards it, wanting to set up the terrain first and seeing if they can get their carries into a good position. See if Bin himself in a good position.
Onto On, puts him in a dangerous position. Jinzhao goes forward, pretty damn tanky at this point. The Magna Storm is enough, but there's the shutdown coming back. Meteor makes that a 1-for-1 overall, as Corki is the other one who secures the kill. Now in the 4v4, Knight and Shun actually at half HP, means it's not going to be the easiest one to play this.
Yeah, they're trying to poke out with the Karthus ult. How much is it realistically going to do? It's a fair amount, and with the Varus, you can maybe finish off some of these kills. Hydro, dangerous position, has flash. Knight, Bin, what can they do?
The equalizer. Oh, man! Seismic shove makes this a 9.5 on the Richter scale. Teleporting away, Bin tries to get Xiaoye and cannot make it happen. LGD are finding the plays.
Well, we said it might need to be a miracle for LGD to walk away with a win, but they have just moved mountains. They moved 3 people with the seismic shove, and Haichao, after, let's be honest, a dismal first series, coming through with a critical play. BLG still have the gold lead, but they're against Soul Point, and they've just lost a lot of kills to LGD in a point where they should have been expected to win. LGD, there is hope left yet for them.
We all know Knights are beholden to God, and when the other team gets a miracle, you know how it works. What an insane seismic shove.
Yeah, we can see the difference between Leona play in today's games. I really feel like the Leona coming through from LGD has been so pivotal. Jinzhao, one of the more veteran players in the LPL, coming through and showing that he can still play like one of the hot new rookies as well, like Naket.
Ben hasn't found the angle, hasn't been able to utilize that, and everywhere else, it's pretty much even.
Knight!
What are you doing there? There's equalizer afterwards. The burst is huge! And down goes the Corki.
How much is this Karthus ult gonna do? Meteor, low, but not dead. Survives just about. I don't think the burn will kill him. There's nothing amping that one in this case. There might be a movement in from BLG to try and punish LGD on the reset. They don't have much HP. Elf's coming forward, has spell shield, has damage.
Jinzhao about to be thrown to the walls themselves, making it the 1-for-1. BLG do at least manage to gain some vengeance on the death of their mid-inner.
Now, with the resets coming through from LGD, this is the thing. They can't transfer these kills into that much of an objective lead very commonly. They did it around the last Dragon, but around this Baron, they're still so low. BLG, I think they realize that they're still in a little bit of danger. Bin can hug the Fog of War, though. Might actually be able to kill Meteor here if he hits the ward. I think because he didn't auto-attack that ward, you can kind of see the point where Meteor coming from BLG and Dragon still spawning a little bit later. LGD can't trade immediately, and they're slow to the Baron. Bin is on Fog of War.
There's the Curtain Core and the Equalizer, though. Baron goes down immediately. Well, what about the follow-up? Bin in a dangerous position, avoids the Deadly Flourish and the Solar Flare, so BLG just turn, burn, and claim the Baron.
You can see that BLG really well timed. The LGD are still likely finding themselves this Dragon Soul, but it does feel like BLG walk away with enough map pressure. If they can walk away with enough gold from this Baron power play, that will justify this trade at objectives. LGD, they need to use this Soul well to make sure, again, they can use that combat stats after the Baron has worn off.
Solid macro move gets BLG a win on the map, at least in the sense of the immediate power, but this, as you said, has to be a good Baron shove. Fourth item,
just a teleport flank from LGD. Birdall could get spotted here. Quick recourse going in from BLG. Can they stop the ports?
They're gonna try. They have. They've got one back, though. That means there's no rel. Birdall finds Shun into the equalizer. Damage onto the Karthus. Gonna be brutal. Shun goes down.
So that's gonna be the end of the push. BLG were already looking to reset, so it's not like, again, LGD can really get much off. It's so ungodly strong. Birdall has some 2 items now, but Bin could just kill him with the ult. This is kind of dangerous.
Huge damage. The Solar Flare's pretty good, but that Rocket Bell got him far enough away, but the damage back is enough. Bin is dead.
The big thing there is Jinzhao body blocking the rest of that damage. They just about clear him out, but Jinzhao stopping the extra Qs is what saves his top laner's life. Jinzhao, for me, the most important on this map for the first. And he hasn't got himself that item completion just yet. Maybe if he takes this scuttle, maybe that'll get him something. Again, if he gets towards that full build, well, it wouldn't be full build, I suppose, if he sells that out. That's going to be another pick.
Onto Bin, he's dead. Sorry, it's Shun. I apologize. Big moment.
They have to win one of these objectives. They're in a 5v4.
25 seconds until Shun's back up on the map. That means no smite could theoretically ult towards the end of it if he can respawn. They're teleporting back in. The rockets still hurt, though. Jinjo has got the hold of that Warmox to heal up. Bin on a flank.
Has no flash again. He needs to find his way in without that summoner. It is so important that LGD blew that one. LGD, they're on the verge of taking down BLG in game 1. They just need one good fight.
Says Bin, they wall people off. It puts Bin in an awkward position. Can't get into the fight himself with that wall there. On, goes on in himself.
Respawn!
Huge respawn into the Requiem. Brings down the Jin. Equalizer afterwards, huge. Knight gets taken pretty low, but not down. The burn is enough to get the GA.
And that's going to be a big, big cooldown back for LGD, but they lose their
They've
80.
got Meteor. Maybe the Graves will be enough. The range now, pretty difficult to manage. They'll get some teleports out of people like Knight. All the while, though, Elder's being soloed by Shun.
So it's a 4v4 on top side with no jungler for BLG, no AD carry from LGD, but with the HP bar being so low
they've got
for
it.
Bertle, I think this is going to be Elder over to BLG, and Knight flashing away means that he's safe. BLG are winning the objective trade.
City down, and then they can start playing. Look at the health bars of people like Bertle. They can just execute people afterwards.
But how much can come through from Haichao? He has a lot of damage. Xiaoya coming back out onto the map, so the respawn's through there. Jinjiao might have just been cut off at the pass.
No.
He's tanky, but not that tanky. How much can he do? He can send the blade out slightly.
They're going to try and equalize and get some damage back. Actually, Knight taken really low. The burn not enough, and Jinjiao just about above the execute threshold.
And he just about walks away. So LGD, after having a fantastic positioning for both Elder and Baron, they lose the Elder, they don't find the fight, and it feels like BLG have walked away with a bit of a daylight robbery. They should not have walked away with a win out of that situation. Shun forced the flash again. Lucky for him, can he escape the combo?
No, he can't! The seismic shove is there. He dies, and LGD get an additional kill. Meteor chunked out for it, though. It will be the 1-for-1 in terms of junglers.
Oh, that pick spares the blushes of Shun. Bin coming back, has his ultimate up and available.
Face check, takes so much damage. Oh my lord, the slicing maelstrom does him in, though. Seismic shove afterwards makes it a 1-for-1 again. This Elder Dragon just isn't getting the meaningful advantage.
No, BLG, they're getting lost to the source, dude. They're just sat here trying to right now is BLG. Shun back on the board. He's died a number of times in the last few minutes, but he's still 11-17. Will be shredding down the Baron.
15 seconds on Elder, the equalizer afterwards onto Shun again, and Meteor can just hop over the wall, can't steal it, damage back is big, will likely be the 1-for-1, 2 as the bullets fly.
And the ult in the death of Karthus is going to get something back, but BLG don't find the clean win again. 2 down for just the one. LGD will be able to go through into this. Of course, Elder is gone. There's none of that big combat buff left through. Elk misses an ult as well, because why the heck not? This game has been anything to finish this off around this Elder now if possible.
Now needs to be very wary. That mid lane tier 1 still alive somehow, some way. Knight stepping on forward to Bin, looking for the flank, but it's warded off by a fantastic smoke screen.
See also in this fight, no, Knight has his GA backup. That's an important thing to come back. Xiaoya has the rapid fire cannon. Shun, again, has flash, but mispositioning.
Forced to flash, gets out safely, but the damage from these bullets is unbelievable. Seismic shove just about enough on alive.
Xiaoya, the AD carry who's been switched in and out of LPL and LDL. May have been behind in goal for much of this game, but has so many items. Haichao now caught out of Knight flashing forward.
Can't get the kill. The Requiem afterwards could be huge. Does not get interrupted. Gets Graves, but Kennen dies at the same time off screen. It's a 1-for-1, but the smite's not there.
And that should be Elder to BLG. That might just have done it. LGD, they have fought, they have struggled, but it looks like they've been put down, and Xiaoya gonna go down.
Surely trying to heal, just about alive. Jinjiao keeps the AD carry alive. A deadly flourish afterwards goes wide. Needs to keep running. Xiaoya trying to clear out the way best they can. Elk forced to cleanse to try and get the speed. Jinjiao eventually goes down.
Xiaoya just about sidesteps. You've got Haichao hiding around the corner. Bertle looking for an assassination.
Gets onto Knight, does get the GA.
Gets the GA. Bertle, all in a few seconds. Gets the GA. Haichao, I guess on the other side of it, did manage to get a kill on the other side. Bertle still strong despite being behind this game. There's a lot of low HP bars. Has the equalizer now. Might turn one back.
And he's going to try and clear out the wave and be as noxious as he possibly can. Another equalizer is brutal onto Knight and Shun, who were trying to get in range without getting themselves killed. But it delays the push again.
It delays the push, but sadly can't get himself a full kill. The comp doesn't have flash. I guess that's a good thing. Bin once again struggling to have those game-changing ultimates. LGD doing good not to present clumps towards him, but they cannot get this work to take down this tower alongside the cannons. as well. The siege working, whittling away these turrets. Bin on a side lane. He has himself again that spell shield, so Hydra can't immediately do that. Here comes the engage. The
damage
is gone.
They get rid of the AD carry. Jin down for the count. Jin Zhao now running away. Meteor also forced out. The Requiem comes on through. He is the Lightbringer. And the pentakill Singer finds another, and with 2 members dead, the damage dead, BLG can finally end what has been a truly torrid affair for them.
And I bet that Knight feels particularly spiteful about that one. The spell shield not saving from the Karthus. Gam send their regards in that one. Bin finally gets his ults.
He finally gets a flank by circling the Nexus, and they will win this game, but BLG, the stats are going to look pretty ugly for this one.
BLG, it's a win, but at what cost? What did they showcase in this game? It wasn't clean, it wasn't dominant. Top of it can be very, very powerful to stop you from doing that.
And I also think people like the Kindred and the Nautilus, who sometimes want to bounce.
Because it is your damage towards objectives and towards plants and stuff like that. It will be a trade of grubs for the first dragon. That's going to be a good... Is that a cancel out? I'm actually not sure if that completely cancelled out. I think it did. Should going forward
into the headbutt, puts Knight in a difficult position now, flashing away, but there's still a rocket jump available, and the trample CC means first blood goes the way of Tristana.
Oh, Knight caught out by Jin Zhao on the roam. There's only one of the grubs gone down just yet. Birdle pops the ghost as well. Must have been a reset. He takes the first one. Of course, Kindred not best at killing grubs spawning just yet. 2 minutes until the next objective spawn. See that Bin doing fine in the individual 1v1. All out comes through.
And did overheat briefly, but missing a little bit of an auto. I think Birdle's just dead to the equalizer, the solo kill.
And Bin just winning the individual matchup. Birdle, one of the best top laners in the LPL in spring, but Bin was the best, and showing that in the individual 1v1, jungle attention be damned, he'll win it all the same. As well, not the cooldown ones. I think that you don't even need that much cooldown reduction in this game. Just go for the full damage, why not? I would do it myself. Jin Zhao has his ult, might have to blow it. Shun's walking forwards. What's happening with mid lane? It's not going to be Knight roaming down, so it's going to be a freebie and out. Dragon and Grub spawning in 30 seconds. We need to keep track of these HP bars.
Birdle getting chunked again. Bin doing so much damage now in this matchup with the Faded Ashes and just the Haunting Geisburn, bringing Birdle down to about 20%. On the other side, slowed down, nowhere to run. Kill donated. Tempted to be donated over to Xiaoyan, but it's still Meteor who picks up the kill.
You can see 3 summoners used from BLG's bot lane. Must have been used in a trade with Shia's flash and his ult as well, but Meteor is there once again. BLG struggling when their jungler's not down there to help them, and it feels like Meteor has been first into bot lane. Malta has the Hex Flash. Meteor should be clearing through this dragon now. Leandry's very, very good against those. Mountain Dragon actually somewhat annoying against Zyra because your plants die so quickly to the AoE. It takes 2 autos for each of them, but it means that they don't end up surviving quite as strong if they're all clumped up together. But all the same, we'll be very happy with that one. As we can see on screen, we're seeing basically 260 gold from each first, right? That's not going to be important. Probably another 300 gold here from Birdle as he goes down on the turret.
He is about to be dived for sure. Gets a decent W, buys some space, and actually the dive is warded away for a second or two. There is a teleport on High Chow, but instead they're looking towards the bot lane. On will be able to teleport. Oh no! Interrupted! And now the body block means there's nowhere to go. On is swiftly switched off. No more power to the Nautilus.
What was the decision making there? Maybe he thought he could just hop into the brush, but he maybe pressed it a little too quickly. Can't get out alive. Big mistake from On. The bot lane of BLG. Yes, there was an MVP from On in game 1, but it does feel like they have been a point of concern from BLG at the points when they've been looking a little shaky. LGD once again.
Are we going to get a replay?
We have to. We're going to get a replay of the kill here. Of course, Knight, we said that he doesn't have the Hex Flash. Jin Zhao does. He comes over the wall, and Jin Zhao, one of the, again, the veteran players on this roster, makes the most of it. We're not going to get a replay. Whatever. The electrocute, if you proc, that's so dangerous. This is why we're seeing this champion be hovered, being banned. It's the first pick in the LPL, but I expect to see some more. Meteor really showing the value.
It's 4-level advantage, remember, as well. This is the support center, and one that hasn't really gotten involved in any kills. Stuck at 57 marks here is not a great kind of clip to be getting at.
That's a really good point, actually. We talked about the one earlier today where it felt like first center of the day had really good soul stacking. What is it, about 100 souls at about 21 minutes? Pretty okay, actually, when you consider the ins and outs of pro play where you have to leave some of those souls at points. Dragon has spawned. You have ult coming back up for Meteor, who has flash. I think this Zyra is going to absolutely take some names in this next one. BLG need to be very, very careful.
Jin Zhao goes forwards, gets rooted up, but the turnaround CC is brutal. 2 dead to the Stranglethorns, and they're gladly picked up by Birdol and Jinzhao.
BLG just cannot get their way past the Alistair and the Zyra. It's not like the Shinso who holds the ult there and stops you getting into it. The plants do exactly the same thing though, but you just don't want to have to walk into them. LGD walk away with Ocean Soul Point. They walk away with another set of kills, and BLG, this is smelling like more and more will melt. Meteor's gonna have 6 plants on spawn or just about, and this is gonna be a huge amount of damage coming through. This should be a 2-man Baron. I don't think BLG are prepared for this.
It's gonna be so fast. They're not there. Shun's mid lane. It's going down so quickly with the Leandries and a couple extra outposts.
He just used the ultimate to increase the damage from the plants and the health and the duration. Meteor knows the tech, and the 2-man Baron at 20 minutes. LGD walk away with it.
That is one of the most stylish moments we've seen in a while. Meteor, a slumbering giant, a player who's been kind of counted out for a couple years, still proving he's got a little bit of something to it.
LGD walk away with the Baron, but they might just get picked off. No, the hard work they've just put in.
Gets to flash away, but not for long, but the turnaround combo is brutal. They'll get the Lamb's Respite. Maybe that'll be enough time for, but the burn damage afterwards will still be big. Meteor rooted up, Shun getting away, the equalizer afterwards. Meteor needs to flash on, looking for some more. They will get a second kill, will BLG, and the hard work immediately crumbles.
2 dead. They did the hard work. They did it. Why is Shaya walking up there? You need to be prepared. So see what BLG will do afterwards. Great 20-minute Baron, but they throw it all away.
Gonna be on a flank angle. They'll jump away, and they cannot hold the mid lane turret, and BLG punish immediately.
At least they still have that Baron buff, but they lose the mid. Right now, we have Dragon spawning in 30. It would be Ocean Soul for LGD. They've had great objective control. Once again, BLG are tasked with walking into the choke points.
In goes Jinzhao, doesn't get the biggest amount of CCs onto Honor. The turnaround damage is huge. Finally gets to ult, but the turnaround in turn from BLG is so strong. The Strangle Thorns don't get that much value. Shun gets to hop away and even holds on to Lamb's Respite.
Oh, now Meteor and Jinzhao, now they're starting to fail the combo. That's a problem. BLG don't walk in through the tightest choke point. Just into the river. They walk through mid lane bush instead. Meteor no ult now, and it feels like maybe LGD will have to give up this Baron as well, the Dragon rather, at the same time. That's a shame for them. This should have been Soul.
Meteor still got the Banshees available, can still look to put down some plants. Even with the ultimate, it's still a serious threat.
Yeah, we still have on with hooks though. That's a big problem. Yes, the Banshees can stop that, but it can't necessarily stop the follow-up auto, and we'll see whether those Banshees will stay alive for a little longer. They're not going to be able to walk up into smite range. That's going to be the Arrow Siron put down, and that's going to be the Dragon.
Turnaround damage pretty big again. Meteor taken out.
And as we said, that spell shield doesn't last that long. You think you can walk up until you can't. LGD, it feels like they have lost themselves this game rather than BLG winning it. There have been some opportunistic plays from BLG, but the more I look at that one, Haichao, he could be a game-changing player at this point. We've already talked about his items. Meteor standing around the pit, using the passive spawns, more plants coming through, and it's starting to burn. Shun has ult, doesn't have ult, does have flash though, can maybe outplay.
Bin's been trying to reset for the last 20 seconds, has got an item back in base. You have to imagine it's not happening quite now. The root goes onto Jinzhao, who now steps forward and sends it on. Remember, there's still not quite a Lamb's Respite, so has to flash away.
Push back!
Birdol gets the Q3 into the all-out! Knight dragged into the Baron pit! Nowhere to go, goes down, Meteor low. The equalizer after will burn Meteor out. Cannot heal his way to safety as Bin burns through too.
At least the solo laners from BLG combo up to take out the smite. It felt like Birdol had made the play, but actually Meteor was just out of position. Knight doesn't go down before he gets the damage. That'll get them the Baron. That will tide them over into the Dragon. And in the clutch moments, LGD haven't been able to capitalize.
The base.
Haichao's teleported though.
And they're going to try and interrupt on the back. Xiaoyu gets caught again. These hooks have been so frustrating to manage. Will likely lose an inhibitor. All the same, will BLG.
Yeah, they're going to lose an inhib, but they will still stop LGD getting the soul. They get themselves the kill on Xiaoyu, who's looking for one of those, pesky Faris arrow steals. Power recalls coming through now. No port stopped. So no threat onto the base itself from LGD.
3 seconds until what would have been Soul again for LGD.
They got these unities. They're going to lose themselves a chance for Soul. They're going to have to wait for a next big fight. Feels like they've been blowing the Kindred ultimate pretty successfully and
they've just kept shoving all the while though. They're going to get towards the other inhibitor, and On's not going to do that much right now as he shoved back out, dies.
He dies, but what can happen after this point? The tower's going to go down. Bin, he's low, but not dead. Birdol hits the ground.
And that's another member down. They're going to force something more here. The Tangle Barbs do a fair amount of work to catch Knight again, stops him continuing to chase. It's a 1-for-1 right now, but another inhibitor turret falls.
There's an inhib turret falling, but can they get safely out? That's going to be a slowing plant, even though they don't have... That was a big power spike as well. Bin going back to base, likely getting his own buy-in. And LGD peel off the Baron yet again. They really don't want to fight BLG. They want to play around side lanes. Haichao has the Flicker Blades. The Flicker Blades is very happy to get bombs on target. And now it's BLG. Their turn to start the Baron. Draw LGD into them.
Blue Trinket spots what's going on, but they are theoretically finding a good flank angle. Bin not here yet, would need to teleport in. That's the Baron secured for BLG. The fight afterwards now becomes the aim of the game. Shun in the Lambthris fight needs to try and find a way over, but still dies. The bomb does him in. On now trying to back away. The equalizer on top of the last embrace actually does a fair amount of work. He's spiraling despair, takes Haichao down to half. They lose one, but do claim Baron.
Shun gets Buster Shot out of his ult. That's what we've been waiting for some of these team fights, and the Kindred ult doesn't get value. It's going to be the Dragon up in 20 seconds with no smite for BLG. I wonder if they just go towards it anyway and bet that LGD want to face them in an even fight. They are currently in a 4v5 across the map, though, and LGD could get themselves some resets in time. LGD can heal up.
Teleports.
Or at least Meteor can heal up off of some of those camps and not be quite as low HP as he was after that fight. Teleports coming in. BLG will have to take a 4v5 or see the soul go over.
Birdle looking for the flank, could be a threat. Elk just about here. They know where it is. Looking for the engage. That's the Flash's bone. Knight in danger. Goes all out is Birdle. Trying to get some damage. Haichao jumps onto Elk, taking down about 20% HP. Knight continue to try and play this one out, but I think the armor's looking a little bit tarnished. Birdle still goes down. Jinzhao cannot secure the additional damage. He goes too deep. Look at the damage back as Xiaoya does land the corruption from the arrow. Cannot get the kill. Too dead for LGD. They dove too greedily to get a hold of Knight and don't secure the kills.
Xiaoya so nearly died on Flash Sun and Bird, the Splendid Shield. Now they have the teleports coming through. Now they bought time for Shun to come back, and LGD might just have clutched it out. But that's another death here from ALG.
Gets the Ocean Soul. They're going to jump onto the Rumble, though. And that means Ben can murder them all.
And BLG, they clutch it out in the late game yet again. Even though the kill went on to On midway through that, it is 2 40+ minute heartbreaks in LGD versus BLG. Game 2 was even closer than Game 1 in so many ways, but LGD threw away a chance against the kings of the LPL, and they will be left wanting at 0-2.
We had two-man defense, but with every member of BLG but the Nautilus there, I don't think there's anything that can be done. Bilibili Gaming, this will not be their brightest day. This will not be their best day. It is still a 2-0. The hearts of LGD are broken again. They can go home. Heads held high, yes, but hearts, I'm sure.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LPL Summer Split matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.